Hi guys, welcome to DIY Time channel. In this video, I'm going to review my TPMS diagnostic tool. This particular one is Autel MaxiTPMS TS508. Recently, I found one of these on sale for around $160, but I think this is a pretty useful tool that will likely pay for itself after using it a few times. If you are interested, I will drop the link for this tool down in the description area below. Here's what's included in the box. TPMS diagnostic tool itself, nylon carrying case, OBD2 cable, USB cable, user's manual, and some other documentation. I really like the fact that it has this really nice, beautiful carrying and storage case. This should definitely last much longer than a regular cardboard box. There is also a pocket for the cables on the side, so you won't have to worry about losing them. And it's also got the website name conveniently embroidered on the carrying case. There, you can download free lifetime updates for your tool, which is really great to always have the latest and greatest support at no extra charge, usually for the newer cars that come out. This tool is battery operated and you charge it using the mini USB cable. The build quality is very good, no questions. This black thing around the tool is actually a removable rubber bumper case that should technically protect your tool from drops, as well as from wear and tear. And on top, it has a slot for tire pressure sensors. It's got a bright, colorful screen with pretty simple and intuitive menu. There are just a few buttons to navigate the menu. They are a bit confusing at first, but once you figure them out, you get used to them pretty quickly. The main difference is that the buttons Y and N work as a enter and exit, and the wireless antenna symbol in the middle used to test or trigger sensors. Now let's take a look at the main features of this tool. The first two icons are for quick and advanced modes. In this review, I will be using mostly the advanced mode since it has a complete set of features. You will need to select your car make, model, and year. There are currently a total of 71 car brands to choose from. The main difference of quick mode is ability to scan a single sensor. Place the tool next to it and press trigger button. You will get the sensor unique ID number, tire pressure, temperature, and the battery status. If the sensor you are testing has a dead battery, you will get a trigger failed message. Also, keep in mind, if you are trying to test a brand new sensor, it may not be activated until you install it, inflate the tire, and activate the sensor. In some cases, you have to deflate the tire continuously for at least 3 seconds to wake up and activate the sensor. This is done to prevent batteries from discharging while sensors are still in the warehouse or being sold at the store. If you chose the Scan All Sensors option, you can get the same information for all sensors in your car at once, including a full-size spare tire. In my example, my first sensor is looking good. The second one has a low battery status. The third one is also okay, and the fourth sensor is not registering at all, which means it's got a dead battery. Now I know which sensors on my car need attention. If all your sensors are looking good, but you still have TPMS warning light on the dashboard, go to TPMS Diagnose option, where you can read or delete error codes from ECU, check for duplicate or mismatched sensor IDs, or communication issues. In Information section, you can look up the original manufacturer sensor brand name and part number, as well as operation frequency, to find out which replacement sensor to buy. Alternatively, you can use generic Autel brand MX sensors, more on that a little bit later. And there is also a quick guide for locating OBD2 port in your car. Next, let's look at Position Relearn option. It should be used in case you replaced sensors, switched to a different set of tires, or performed tire rotation and need to rearrange the sensor's order. On some cars, you may need to do this after you get a flat tire to turn off TPMS warning light. Scan all sensors on the order shown on the screen, then connect TPMS tool to the car, and follow on-screen instructions to register new sensors in TPMS ECU. Now let's take a look at Program Sensor menu. You would use it in case you are using generic Autel MX sensors. There are 4 ways of replacing your old OEM sensors with Autel MX sensors. Number 1, copy by OBD. You can read the existing sensor ID from ECU and assign those same exact ID to your brand new MX sensors. In this case, you won't have to reprogram TPMS ECU. Number 2, copy by activation. If your original sensors are still alive but have low batteries, you can trigger them, copy their IDs, assign those IDs to new MX sensors, and replace your old sensors. No ECU reprogramming necessary. Just make sure to remove old sensors away from the car, since they are still transmitting signal and may trigger TPMS error code or warning light. Number 3. Copy by manual input. This can be used if your old sensors are dead, but you removed them from the wheels and found the IDs printed on them. You can manually type them in and assign those IDs to new MX sensors. No ECU reprogramming necessary. And final method, auto-create. Here, we are not copying any existing sensor IDs and just activating new MX sensors with their own unique IDs. Those new IDs will have to be reprogrammed into ECU through relearn procedure mentioned before. The Toolkit option on the main menu allows you to test your key fob buttons. Place key fob close to the tool and test each button separately for signal strength. Latest test option stores the most recent sensor information for quick reference. Under Review Data, you can view saved diagnostic trouble codes from the TPMS ECU. Under My Device, you can update your tool or modify settings such as region, language, ID format, pressure, distance and temperature units of measurements, turn off beeper sound, set power off timer, set date and time, or set minimal tire pressure threshold allowed for programming. That's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.